Hey Pisces, welcome to your reading for the week of the 10th to the 16th of February. So guys, I am using my Archangel Michael deck. This deck has been with me since the very beginning. I started doing readings based off the energy that I had with these cards. They kind of activated my gifts and made me realize that, wow, I am a reader, and that is how I channel and how I can help people in the world. So that being said, I love working with Archangel Michael, and this reading is probably going to go really quick because we just flow with these cards. We just flow. Right, let's jump right in. You're starting from a position of new beginnings and a fresh start. Great energy for a starting point. If you have Aquarius in your chart, go there as well, because this is the same position, same card, and I've literally just recorded them. It is saying that it is time to release anything from the past because you are starting a whole new beginning. So I feel like it's time for you to let go and move into this new space of, I want to say action, but in a way, it's just like, just forget anything. Don't forget everything, but it's like this, okay? I'm just going to say it how it comes out. Forget everything that's happened to you ever before, because this is a whole new space. That's what this is giving me. Now, obviously, I don't really want you to forget absolutely everything you've ever been through and stuff, because, I mean, it's life. It's part of who you are. It's your journey. But it's more as in, don't allow it to influence you because it's just not relevant now. That's the kind of energy I feel like. So, take your time making a decision and self-respect. I do feel like it's time for you to give yourself the gift of peace, of time, of understanding. Now, self-respect basically is a card that comes to say it's time for you to have boundaries and to live by them, to respect and honor what it is that you want, but also what you won't accept in your life. And that means how you're treated. It's time for you to realize that and give yourself that unconditional love that maybe you're craving. As I say, I feel like you're craving this. It's time for you to give that to yourself, but also not allow people in your life that are no longer in alignment with that. I do think that you need to realize that I think that this is the monthly reading I just did for you, so this would be relevant now, which makes sense. It would be coming out in this reading. We are in Valentine's week. We are in relationship and love energy, Venus. So this makes sense. I feel like, again, of mentioning something to do with loyalty, of like, don't just stay in a relationship out of loyalty or because someone helped you through the bad times. It's time for you to realize whether or not this is, like, if it is within your boundaries, whether someone's crossing them because they're no longer in alignment with who you are anymore, or maybe it's just not what you need in this area of your life. So take your time making a decision. There's no rush, but I do think it's time for you to start honoring yourself and really asking the real serious questions and getting yourself the answers that you need. However, I feel like this is a natural process that's happening. It is saying that there's no rush and to take your time, and I feel like that's what you need is time, and to realize that, again, you have a lot of time, so you don't have to be rushing and making big decisions that are impulsive. Next, we have admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly, is literally what I was just saying to you. So this is basically saying it's time for you to see something for as it is and admit it. Sometimes we like to live in a state of pretense. We like to believe the good in something, or kind of live obliviously to something that, you know what I mean? Like we don't give it attention. If we don't give it attention, it doesn't exist. But it does. It's there. And it's time for you to do just that. It's just to kind of admit whether or not you have been living in a pretense or just choosing not to see something. It's time to admit that. Could be a bad habit, a way of being, a way of thinking. Maybe it's time to bring yourself into a more different mindset. But it starts with admitting and accepting and acting on that accordingly. You and your loved ones are safe. This is saying that basically, if you have any worries and concerns in regards to loved ones, saying they're fine, they're doing good, they're doing their own thing, so not to worry there. I do feel like this is sort of saying it's time to focus on you and not other people. And this can include partners. It's time for you to really see yourself as an individual, as the independence. They are fine, they are loved, they are protected just as you are. And again, sometimes we are just on separate journeys, even within our families, within our relationships, our friendships. That means that we need to take our attention away from everybody else and just kind of focus on what we need to. I do see this being a big theme for you of needing to offer yourself some real, true self-love, because you are in your healing era. This is energy healing work. So this insinuates that you are going through a period of healing. And so really anything that's sort of coming through you, any vulnerabilities, any emotions that you're feeling, this is part of the journey of healing your energy. So this generally means do what it is that you need to do in order to be your best self. So breaking up the bad habits, start making good choices for yourself, seek a doctor, seek a therapist, seek a masseuse or whatever, maybe you are really achy at the minute. It's about moving and shifting something. So again, making sure that you are tending to your body and your spirit for the needs that you need. I just feel that could arise during this time. So again, this is a time for you to focus on the self in areas that you need it. But I feel like it's an all-rounder. You need to start prioritizing yourself. Romance angels are helping you is paired with eternal love, which means your love life is supported right now. So whichever dynamic that you're being pushed towards is you being supported to things that are in your best interest. It is soulmate energy as well. So if you are either looking to date or if you're in a relationship and you're feeling a lot of love, it's saying this is your soulmate. It can also represent unconditional love that you can offer yourself or even that you get from a partner as well. It is a very good time for love, so you may be feeling really good love vibes. And I feel like that, again, is an area of healing. The fact that this came after energy healing work, you're now being told, you're surrounded by love, you have support, you have loved ones that are there to help you. This is kind of like saying this is healing your relationship with love as well. Decide to be happy now. It's telling you to live in the moment. So no more future thinking, no more past thinking. We're living in the now. So have goals, things you want to work towards, sure. But living in the moment and realize that we don't reach our goals by simply wishing for it. We reach our goals by taking the steps. And Pisces, you are a sign that knows just that. You know you can have whatever you want as long as you put your mind to it. And that is what my dad always told me, who is a Pisces. It's one of the wisdoms that I always have to, I use it to remind myself. Like when I'm going through my down times and I think I can have whatever I want as long as I put my mind to it. Which means that I have to get my mind into a healthy position where I am capable of making the right choices for myself and understanding that it takes choice, action, and things that I can do for myself to get and reach my goals, right? And this is just it. To do that, you have to live in the moment. You have to live in the now and focus on what you need to be doing right now and not what you need to be doing in future, or not where you're going, or not whether the better time will be next week or in the future, or maybe next year I'll be happy. No, it's deciding that your happiness lies in the now, which means you are focused on the present and living in this moment. Definitely a vulnerability. We have innocence. This card really does represent us in our most kind of like our childlike state. Like we are always still that child that is naive, that's sensitive, that is scared, like doesn't know. It's like in this new environment, doesn't know how to interact with the world, like a baby that's first born. They are so scared. They're no longer in this protection feeling of the womb in the waters. There's like even the fresh air on the skin can feel overwhelming. So this may be a time where you're feeling overwhelmed by something. So realize and honor yourself. Again, this is directly under self-respect. So we are honoring the self in all of our vibes, all of our feelings. And know that you are doing the best that you can in the situations that you deal with, so we don't beat ourselves up about the way that we act in certain situations. We're doing the best that we can, right? And the best thing that we can offer ourselves is that eternal love, that self-love and understanding and acceptance of who we are and where we've been. Next we have lean on God and the angels for support, and your home is protected by angels. Definitely very similar to a couple of readings I've done today. So this is a vibrant energy that we are literally in this week. Lean on the gods and support, and support is basically saying, have faith, trust, and also if you are religious or spiritual, lean on those areas of support that will help you through this time. However, your home. Sorry, I just ate I ate cucumbers. I made this soy and garlic cucumber, so I just a bit burpy, sorry. Your home is protected by angels. Basically, it says if you have any concerns in regards to home life, security of your home, like worrying about bills, worrying about whether or not your home will be taken from you, or generally just security in general, feeling secure. If you have concerns in regarding that, this is saying, like, release those worries, have no worries, we got you back. It's all good, it's all fine in that area. So you kind of don't allow your focus to be on the stress and worries that come with those kind of burdens. It's saying that everything is okay, but lean on and trust, like leaning on your God and the angels for support. It's basically saying have faith, everything's going to be good. These two cards are saying it's all right, everything's going to be good. If you are moving, that your home is protected by angels can also mean that you will be aided in your assistance, so things will go smoothly basically if you're moving. Sense of humor, these are the last two cards, sense of humor, and ask Archangel Michael to help you with the situation. Now for starters, you already are asking Archangel Michael for assistance because you are here listening to his reading. This is him assisting you, so generally listen to the guidance he has to offer you here, so what I'm telling you. But also feel free to reach out for him. He's a great supporter. He's kind of the energy that wants to help, that wants to assist you in any ways that you need, so he's definitely there to support you. Sense of humor is kind of detaching yourself away from the hardships of heavy feelings. It's basically saying, hey, let's try and enjoy the process and see it from a more light-hearted perspective. It's basically saying that life's not that serious, so just chill. That's kind of the gist of the vibe, really. If it is in regards to specific people, it's basically saying, like, again, don't take it so seriously. Again, it's like coming from a place of love, but it's not the same as the card that is the trustworthy. You don't have the trustworthy one. No, it's basically just sort of saying that look at it from a perspective that's a little bit more lighthearted, that maybe their intention is not to harm you, or they might be thinking selfishly, so you allowing it to impact your life would be kind of silly, because again, they're in their own space, you need to be in your space, so it's taking you away from the situation to not be so involved, I would say. I really do feel as though you may be quite sensitive during this time, which means the opinions and views of others can be impactful to you. So did we have the guarded and protected with you? No, that was the reading I did before. So again, just making sure that you're not taking things that are not yours too seriously, and understanding, again, you are on the right path. Things are going the way that they should. You just do your energy healing work, and again, thinking about what's going to help you to better your situation, and again, offering yourself that unconditional love, acceptance, and support. Thank you, Pisces, for being here. I hope that made sense. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments below. Please subscribe to me to keep up to date with your weeklies and monthlies, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you, guys.